Senator Mitch McConnell, the United States Senator from Kentucky, Senate Republican leader. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Bill. Glad to be with you.
Glad to be with you too, sir. Thanks so much for joining us. So how do we take a strong stand and position on Obamacare? Have we done that, you think, in the House vote?
Yeah, I think the House of Representatives passed a great bill. It defunds Obamacare. Every single Senate Republican, we may have some differences about procedural tactics, but every single Republican is going to vote to defund Obamacare. Unfortunately, our problem in the Senate is there are 54 Democrats and only 46 Republicans, and all of us can do the math. They have more votes than we do, and that makes it challenging to try to get the outcome that we all desire in a body that we don't control.
Right. We have Ted Cruz up there engaging in the filibuster, but this cannot go on forever, correct, because of the rules?
Well, yeah. I mean, I admire Ted's passion. We all agree on Obamacare. I was, there on Christmas Eve 2009 trying to stop it. I've made hundreds of speeches on the floor of the Senate and around the country against this awful monstrosity. We all agree that it's the single worst piece of legislation that's been passed in modern times, and I admire Ted's intensity and his desire to achieve the result. Unfortunately, we will not get the result in the Senate because there are 54 Democrats and only 46 Republicans.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance on a second or third shot at this? They'll send a clean bill back to the House, right, with funding for Obamacare. Are there any options we have after that, Senator McConnell?
Well, I know the House is thinking about sending it back again with a one-year delay for the individual mandate. The president took it upon himself to delay the employer mandate for a year, and we wondered about his authority to do that, but didn't disagree with his doing it. Why not have a one-year delay for individuals as well? Why should they not be treated the same as business?
Yeah.
So the House might consider sending it back to us in that form. The next move then will be up to them.
What do you think there's any point? Some people have argued, let the thing go through. I guess it's going to go through anyway, because then people will see what a train wreck it really is, to use Senator Baucus's phrase.
No, I think it's worth continuing to fight it. I'm not one of those people who think that this is going to stand if we don't get it off the books before October 1st. I'd love to get it off the books before October 1st. Unfortunately, that would require the cooperation of a Democratic Senate and a president who thinks it's a signature accomplishment. But look, I don't think it can possibly work. Every day we're reading stories about lost jobs, about a record number of people in the country who are now part-time workers as a result of this bill, about health insurance premiums spiking. The president said they would go down. They're, in fact, going up. It's a train wreck. Train wrecks don't stand in this country. The American people demand changes. And look, the way that's going to happen is when Democrats start caving. And let me give you an example of a Democratic ally and what they've said lately. The president of the Teamsters, of all people, Jimmy Hoffa, said this was destroying the 40-hour work week and the Cadillac health care plan they had negotiated with their employers. And that's Jimmy Hoffa, one of the president's closest and biggest allies. When the Democrats start pitching a fit, things will change.
Let me switch to politics. Up on my website today, I am proud to say I've endorsed you for your bid for re-election to the Senate, and I'm happy to do so, noting that conservative rating and just watching you work with these guys. And I just admire what you do. I know people say, well, we got to do this and you got to take a stand, and I think we are taking a stand. But I just want to tell you, this is a full-throated endorsement from me. And I'm very glad to do it. It's up on BillBennett.com.
Well, I deeply appreciate it, Bill. You've been a warrior along with us, and for a good while now. We've been fighting the liberals, and I think looking ahead, I think we've got a chance at having a great election in 2014. We have chances to pick up new seats in 7 states that Mitt Romney carried, 6 of them by double digits. There's a chance that a year and a half from now, maybe even a pretty good chance, that I'll be calling the plays in the Senate instead of Harry Reid, and that would make an enormous difference for our country.
That'd be great. We got a minute and a half left. I'll be real quick. The Vitter Amendment, we wrote a piece about it in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. This is, no self-dealing by the Senate and the House. You agree with the Vitter amendment?
I certainly do. I don't think that members of Congress ought to be treated any differently in any way from anybody else in America. We should not get any carve-outs from Obamacare. I'm totally opposed to any preferential or special treatment for members of Congress when it comes to Obamacare.
Well, that's just one of the reasons I'm proud to endorse you. And in the last 30 seconds, any comments on Teddy Bridgewater?
Teddy Bridgewater, I hope is going to win the Heisman Trophy. The great quarterback of the University of Louisville, having a wonderful year. And that would top off the year from my point of view, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know. You know I should throw that out, but you guys shift gears so fast. You can do that. Thank you, Senator McConnell. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank
Good
you,
luck
Bill.
on the campaign.
I deeply appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
You are